Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope everybody's doing well today, and welcome back to another Bleach Immortal Souls video. In this video, we are on the Bleach Immortal leaks Reddit. We got some pretty good leaks, actually, that I'm gonna go ahead and go over. Now, this video is going to have a lot of reading, and I mean a lot. So if you guys want to just read it yourself, I'll leave a link for the Reddit in the YouTube description for this video, so go ahead and check it out. And also make sure, man, to show some love to this Reddit right here, because man, they're working hard to get us leaks, and the leaks right here are very, very accurate. So shout out to the Reddit, and also shout out to, as always, Ranbro88 right here, because he's basically like the main leaker for this Reddit. But yeah, so let's go ahead and go over all the leaks right here. Now, the first leak we got is going to be Halibel's in-game model. Now, she's probably not going to be released for like another 2 months, maybe even 3, just because they still gotta release a lot of stuff. But they did add her finally into the game files, and here she is. She looks really beautiful, but there is no other information other than her picture right here, so it is what it is. And then this is the main stuff that right here I'm going to be going over a lot, mostly in this video. It's going to be Vasto Lorde's Ichigo skill set, and Grimjow's Resurrection skill set as well. Now, Vasto Lorde's mastery skill and passive skill have actually been changed, and they are right here. So on this page right here, we're only going to go over his rage attacks and his awakened weapon, because his mastery, that's right here, and his passive have been changed to this right here. So let's go ahead and go over Vasto Lorde first, I guess. Now, his rage attack removes all buffs from an enemy column, then deals damage with a 30% chance to paralyze targets for 1 round, steals 15% of the target's damage reduction rate and damage rate for 1 round, and increase the proc chance of Ichigo's mastery skill by 30% for 2 rounds, and then after weapon awakens, this skill adds the crush effect. Now, something interesting here, so he doesn't attack, or maybe it's a mistypo, but because it only says removes all buffs from an enemy column, then deals damage actually. So no, never mind. I guess he does deal damage. It's just really weird how they worded it, because every single character we have, it just straight up says, you know, like Grimjow right here, deals damage to an enemy column, or deals damage to all enemies, or a single enemy. So I just find it weird that they worded it like that, but whatever. But yeah, he removes all buffs, which is really good actually. We don't really have like an accurate buff remover. This one removes all buffs from an enemy column, which is going to be really good actually. Might even maybe broken. And then deals damage with a 30% chance to paralyze targets for 1 round. Now, this damage is probably not going to be a crazy high amount, just because he has a 30% chance to paralyze targets. And I can understand that, because he's already removing buffs, and 30% chance to paralyze is quite broken. So that's why maybe he doesn't deal a lot of damage, but I could be totally wrong, or this could be a mistypo, so I do not know. And he also steals 15% damage reduction rate and damage rate for 1 round, which is really good actually, obviously. Really good. And increase the proc chance of Ichigo's mastery skill by 30% for 2 rounds. Now let's go ahead and take a look at his awakened weapon right here, because they have the information for it as well. Removes all buffs from an enemy column, then deals damage with a 35% chance to paralyze targets for 1 round. It's still 15% on the damage reduction rate and damage rate, and increase the proc chance of Ichigo's mastery skill by 40% for 2 rounds. And the crush effect, right here is going to be deals 60% additional damage to targets if their current HP is above 70%. I'm not gonna lie, his awakened weapon isn't too crazy. The crush effect also seems very situational. Now, he is an Azure Dragon character, so if you have higher initiative, he's going to instantly attack anyways, so the crush effect will be really good. But late battle, the crush effect is going to be kind of useless. But either way, so far looking so good. I'm just surprised that he doesn't... But like I said, I don't know whether he does a lot of damage or not. It's just the way it's worded. It makes me think that he's not going to do a lot of damage. But I guess we're just going to, you know, have to wait for him. Now, his mastery skill right here deals damage to a single enemy and adds bleeds for 2 rounds. And there's a 40% chance to reduce the target's rage by 200. And this skill has a dual effect, which is the same as Ichigo. The fewer the characters on the field, for each character missing, he does 10% more damage. Now, a pretty good mastery skill. He attacks one enemy only and guarantees bleeds for 2 rounds, which is going to be very nice. And a 40% chance to reduce rage by 200 is also pretty good. And the dual effect is a pretty good skill. It's just like what Ichigo's. Mastery skill, I wouldn't call it broken, but it is pretty good. And then his passive skill is going to be when Ichigo attacks a character whose life total is less than his own, damage is increased. When the target's life total is more than his own, Ichigo recovers his HP equal to a percentage of the damage he deals. For each Azure Dragon ally on the field, Ichigo's attack increases by 15% to a maximum of 15%. Once again, they always word their stuff weirdly. Like, why would they say life total? Just say when the target's HP is more, but whatever. But honestly, nothing too special. It is obviously good. It's not bad at all. But I feel like, because you guys, I'm going to show you Grimjow. Grimjow is way better. Like, comparing this to Grimjow, I feel like this Ichigo might not be too broken as Grimjow is. But yeah, let's go ahead and go over Grimjow right here. So Grimjow, his rage attack deals damage to an enemy column with a 40% chance to reduce the rage by 100 during the next 2 turns after the targets have finished their actions. Rage is reduced by 180, and if the rage is reduced to 0 in this way, when they take that, in this way, they will take damage equal to 80% of Grimjow's attack. Otherwise, their rage recovery rate is reduced by 15% for 1 round, and increase Grimjow critical hit damage by 50% for 2 rounds. And then let's go ahead and take a look at his awakened weapon. Deals damage to an enemy column with a 40% chance to reduce targets by 100 for their rage, reduce their rage. And then during the next 2 turns, after targets have finished their actions, their rage is reduced by 220. If their rage is reduced to 0 in this way, they take damage equal to 80% of Grimjow's attack. Otherwise, their rage recovery rate is reduced by 15% for 1 round. Increase Grimjow's critical hit by 50% for 2 rounds, and using this skill guarantees a mastery skill in the next round. Now obviously his awakened weapon might not seem too great because it really doesn't change much, but keep in mind it guarantees that he gets his mastery skill next round, which is really good. And then his mastery right here deals damage to a single enemy, and this attack is automatically a critical hit. Now this looks really basic, but in reality, in my opinion, this is actually a really good mastery skill because his rage attack obviously guarantees him a mastery skill, and it also boosts his critical hit damage by 50%, which is quite a lot. So his mastery skill is going to be doing a lot of damage. So far, Grimjow is looking like a rage reduction / damage dealer character, which is actually pretty nice. I feel like sometime in the future, rage reduction teams are going to be meta in this game. But I don't know, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But more on his rage attack, 40% chance to reduce targets on an enemy column is really good, obviously. And then after 2 turns, after they finish attacking or taking their action, it is guaranteed that they lose 180 this way, which is really good because it's a guaranteed 180 that they will lose. And if it goes down to 0, they're gonna take 80% of Grimjow's attack. If it doesn't go down to 0, then their rage recovery rate will be reduced by 15% for 1 round. So far in my opinion, Grimjow is looking better than Vasto Lorde. And then we got his passive skill right here. When attacking enemies whose rage is lower than his own, Grimjow deals additional damage. When Grimjow health falls below 50% for the first time, his rage recovery rate is permanently increased by 80%. And at the start of the battle, Grimjow's critical hit is permanently increased by 10% for each White Tiger ally on the field to a maximum of 30. Once again, really good passive skill, just because he is a White Tiger character, and if you want to run his Soul Hall, you're going to need another 2 White Tigers. So if he doesn't count his own, it's going to be 20%, and if he does count his own, then it's going to be 30%. So once again, going back to his mastery is going to be dealing crazy amounts of damage because of the support it gets from his rage attack and his passive skill. And his passive skill is pretty good as well. He can deal more damage if the health is less, and when and when he does, go below 50 for the first time, he gets a rage recovery rate increase by 80%, which is really big. Now, we do have Hachi's skill set here, but I'm not going to go over it because the video will be too long. But like I said earlier, I will leave a link in the description of this video for this Reddit if you guys want to go ahead and check it out. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Ichigo's going to be Vasto Lorde? Ichigo's going to be better, or Grimjow Resurrection? In my opinion, I feel like Grimjow Resurrection is going to be better, just because Ichigo's built weird, man. I don't know. It's like his skills are all over the place. Like each one does something different. So I really don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Now one thing I'd like to mention is going to be about Grimjow. I know I hate Shinji a lot because of how bad he is, but looking at this Grimjow, running Shinji with Grimjow might actually be really, really good because you're going to need a Vermilion bird character anyway. And also, running Vasto Lorde with my Ichigo is also going to be good because he can also reduce rage. So maybe like Zangetsu, Shinji, and Grimjow can be a really good, trio in the back row. But yeah, that's just my opinion. So yeah, we are done with this. We can go ahead and go to the next leak right here, which is going to be why Ichigo's plus Nil's weapon banner, soul box banner, I should say. Now I'm pretty sure this is 100% accurate. The reason I say that is just because we got what Okiura with Toshiro, I believe it was. So this would make sense. This might even come out next week or maybe this week. I don't know, but this is probably going to come out really soon. I'm still thinking because I definitely want Nil's weapon and I also want White Ichigo's weapon. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I'm getting Nil's weapon for sure, but I might skip on White Ichigo's. I'm just gonna wait till it comes out and see because it would be obviously way too much jade to go ahead and go for both of them. But yeah, if you guys are trying to get one of their weapons, they should be coming out really soon. And the final leak for this video is going to be Noitra. Now we already know he's a banner unit just because he was 30 shards when he came out. But now it is 100% confirmed that he's a banner unit because his banner got put into the game files. I'm going to assume that this banner is going to come out this week actually, on Monday. Well, it's going to come out next Monday, whenever that is. And then Noitra is going to come out maybe 2 weeks after this banner or 4 weeks after it. I don't know, these are just my assumptions. But yeah guys, this is it for this video. As always, much love to the Bleach Immortal Leaks Reddit. They are great people, man. Always, giving us leaks and all that stuff. The link in the description if you guys want to check them out. And if you guys want to go over Hachi's skill as well, then the link in the description. As always guys, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you do not miss any future uploads. Anyways guys, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.